Why do you think students should take fashion as an elective?
I think taking fashion as an elective is an amazing opportunity to learn a creative skill that will always stay with you, and also have a nice outlet for your day to kind of be able to chat and have fun with your friends, use your hands, and just kind of be as creative as possible.
One thing that made me come back into fashion is definitely that you can be yourself. There's nothing to be afraid of when you're in the room. You can express yourself in any type of way without being scared of anybody judging you.
Why do you decide fashion was something you would teach in the future?
I kind of knew when I was younger that I was interested in fashion. I always thought it was just a hobby. I would get in trouble for cutting my clothes up and changing things, and the teaching aspect came in a little bit later as well. But I found my place in the classroom, and it is so much fun and so engaging to see the students learn something new. You'll see their eyes light up when they start to use the machines and start to sew, because it's really something that they never thought that they could do before. And so it's just really exciting kind of seeing my passion and my love of it transfer to the students. And so I love seeing that. And then as they're executing those full body garments and the fashion show pieces, it's just kind of a culmination of all of that coming together. So that's exciting to see them.
What would you want students to learn after taking this class as an elective?
I would like for them to learn how to be kind of a fully functioning professional within the industry. This class does focus on sewing and creating garments and making things, but it does have a whole nother portion of career and employability skills that I teach. So we go over resume writing, we go over interviews, we do mock interviews, we do customer service things, we do little plays on customer service, good, bad customer service. It's a whole lot more than just sewing and creating things. And so I think I would like for them to take away just the fact that it is an all-inclusive, that we kind of hit on a lot of different things within the industry, not just that creating and kind of fun part that we get to do with all the fabric and the clothing.
The thing I like most about the class is also that you can be yourself, expressing your ways through making your own clothes, or simply learning about, outside the world, not just fashion-based, but also like if you're going to go into work, like representing customers or like working with customers and all of that.
There's a lot of opportunities within the community to be able to go and volunteer, or to possibly, we have an internship 5 to 6 class. So you can potentially stay with me for 3 years if you're here, and you can start as a sophomore in my class, which is really cool, because that is how we kind of partnership with the community to try to get positions and jobs and possibly internships and things for students after they leave high school.
Help me in my future only because my senior year I'm going to be an intern with Phoenix Fashion Week, and so after that I plan on going into fashion industry and designing it.
Okay, so my inspiration and ideas, definitely I take them from my students. I am very vocal about asking them what they want to do, what they're interested in, and trying to find things on Pinterest that kind of go off of that. I'm not super old, but I'm not as young as you guys are, and so a lot of the times I definitely want my class to be filled with projects that are engaging for you and for the student, and that relate to you well. And so something that I may think is pretty cool, it's definitely not cool for you guys, and they're not shy of telling me that either. And so I definitely will go to them first and say, hey, is this something that you like to do, or would this be fun? And then I gauge their excitement basically off of that. So every year things are evolving and changing, and we're just getting better, just like the students are. I'm getting better at teaching it. I'm getting more comfortable at doing things. So projects evolve, and so the first year to now, if you compare some of the projects I do, whether they're kind of the same, they definitely step up a little bit in, in difficulty levels for sure.
Okay. What I like most is that you get to express your part of fashion, that you get to draw it, and you get to hand make it yourself. That's like the body pieces, and you get to model somebody else's work, or somebody gets to model your work down the walkway.
Do you have any important events coming up? If so, why and when?
We do actually. The fashion show that I was discussing before is happening on April 27th. It's a Friday. We're basically going to be doing a full career and technical education expo. So all of the CTE classes within Maryvale are going to show everything that they have to offer students. And then we're going to end the evening with a fashion show at 6 o'clock. And so all of the students that were in 3-4 will be showing off the creation that they made, and then a lot of my 1 students are going to be behind the scenes helping and kind of facilitating that process happening, so that next year when they're in my 3-4, they're ready to make their garments and be the headliners of that show.
What do you think is the most difficult in fashion?
I think for me the most difficult for explaining to the students and kind of showing them is possibly using patterns, and it's definitely a crucial aspect to doing full body pieces. It takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of patience, I think, to use patterns, but ultimately that is what is used to create those beautiful garments. And so teaching them that part of it, I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable with it as well, and so I'm able to teach it a little bit better to them. But putting together full body pieces is a lot of work. It requires a lot of room. I don't have too much of it in this room, and so we make do with what we have, and it's difficult, but the students actually, they take it on pretty well.
Okay, well that is it for this interview. Thank you for willing to do this. Okay?
Thank you. Thanks.